Hey everybody, this is Jennifer, and today we are on the way, getting ready to pull out to go to Cheltenham, which is in the Cotswolds. I'm really excited about it. So Byron's excited, as you can tell. Gigi is excited also. So let's go ahead and head to Cheltenham. We are driving through the Cheltenham race course right now. We are not going to be able to go in because they're closed today because there's no races that we know of. But I just wanted to show you what I could show you, because Cheltenham, the big draw is that they have horse races. And it's kind of a big deal. There is some sort of event, it looks like, going on today. I was hoping they would have like a horse statue or something. Maybe as we get a bit closer in, it might, but yeah, this is where the horse races take place, and apparently people come from all over to see the horse races. There's the jockey club. Here's some art. Here's some cool art, actually. It's like a whole garden of art. Alex is driving a little bit fast to catch those art pieces, but it looks like they're having an art gallery walkthrough today. So it is actually kind of a big deal here in Cheltenham. This is the Montpellier, is it Pellier Gardens, and this is where Cheltenham has its huge literary festival every year. I can't get into it because, as you can see, there is an event going on right now. I don't know if this is a carnival or like what this is, but so there's only so far I can go. But this is where they have their literary festival every year, and their literary festival is a very big deal. People come from all over the UK to come to this particular literary festival. So that's going to be our literary connection today, even though I can't get in there proper. We are going to call this here and done. Again, I'd like to know what they have in there. We kind of walked by it earlier and there's a lot of stuff going on, so we didn't want to get into all of that because I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, that is the Montpellier Gardens. And out what's going on is the Jazz Festival, so just thought I would mention that. This is Brian Jones of the Rolling Stones, his home. There's a blue plaque here. I'm going to try to see if I can zoom in on it. Yeah, there it goes. So yeah, it says Brian Jones, and when he lived here. I'm not going to be able to get any closer, and I don't want to invade privacy, but there you go. There's Brian Jones' former home in Cheltenham. We have a couple other Brian Jones spots. Okay, so here's another location in Cheltenham where Brian Jones used to live in an upstairs flat in this building on Bath Road. There used to actually be a plaque outside. I have a feeling it was probably right there commemorating this, but when this got turned into a restaurant instead of a private residence, from what I can tell online, that plaque was removed and nobody knows what happened to it. But here is another area in Cheltenham that Brian Jones is associated with. I've been running, but we are at the Cheltenham Cemetery. This beautiful church behind us, and we are here to pay our respects to Brian Jones. He is buried here, and he died in 1969 in a very tragic way as part of the 27 Club. But it is good to see that he still has friends, that he still has fans that are still remembering him. And I believe across the way, this bench was also purchased and dedicated to Brian Jones, founder of the Rolling Stones. So there you go. I've heard some comments from other band members that have been both positive and some that I would consider not so great. But it's important to remember that Brian Jones, as a founding member, was an important part of that band. And this is a absolutely beautiful, just really peaceful final resting spot. I ran here as fast as I can. This place is huge. It goes all the way on to that side, all the way down there. So it's a huge cemetery, but I'm really glad that I could stop by and pay some respects. Alright, so we are starting off the day with some brunch at the Cafe Boho in Cheltenham. I have some gluten-free mini pancakes with lemon and sugar with a side of maple syrup and some streaky bacon. And Alex has helped himself to this beautiful almond croissant. So this is how we're going to start the day. So it looks amazing. I also wanted to share our dinner. We went to this place called The Stump, which was about a 20, 25, 30-minute drive outside of Cheltenham. This was some amazing pizza. They don't have a whole lot of variety in terms of flavors, but the pizza was amazing. And the ambiance was also really good. So I would recommend this place if you're in this area. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know anything about this person, but Dorothea Beale is the pioneer of women's education and lived here and was the principal here, late 1800s, early 1900s. Again, I don't know anything about her story, but it's just the kind of random thing that you stumble upon that's pretty amazing. And this is pretty incredible building and immaculate door, so very beautiful here. Alright guys, so this is called the Gordon lamp, and this is a Victorian lamp from the late 1800s, early 1900s, but I think it's more late 1800s, and this is kind of the only remaining Victorian lamp in Cheltenham, and it's absolutely beautiful, and it's weird, and look at this intricate ironwork here. There's been a lot of drama about this lamp throughout the last century because it's fallen into disrepair a couple of times, and there's been some controversy about who owns it, who is the ownership, in order who will, you know, pay for the upkeeps of this. But it is still standing here for now. It's really, really cool. It is kind of like an era, you know, of yesteryear. So I'm going to show you some of the intricate workings here of the iron, because it really is just really cool. Awesome find. Okay, this is the Neptune fountain. It was unveiled, I think, in 1893, and this is a little ode to the Trevi fountain in Rome, right here in Cheltenham. So it's really cool. It's got the horses. It's got these little cherubs riding these seahorses. It's a very cool piece, and it's right here in the center of town. So really like this. It's not on today. So this is the Masonic Lodge in Cheltenham. It was built in 1820. It's one of the oldest lodges in the UK, I believe. And it is still in use today. They still have regular meetings today. Supposedly there are symbols somewhere having to do with the Knights Templar on this. I don't see anything like that, but I was just telling Alex, like in these little windows, it looks like at one time there may have been some statues or something. I mean, it looks like there was something in these recessed arches that are no longer there. But it's a huge building, and it kind of doesn't fit in very well with the rest of the architecture around it. I'm going to take a look down around the side to see if I can, but I don't see any imagery other than the books up there, so I don't know, maybe over time it's lost some of its pieces, but it's really cool looking. Okay, so this is the Pittville pump room, and there is a well inside. This was built as a spa building in the early 1800s. And essentially the mineral waters here are meant to be really good and really special. They were meant to have healing properties, etc. So they built the pump room, which is now used as a wedding venue, etc. But also this is one of the last remaining spas. There is also a pump room and bath because it is a similar design. You can see the Roman architecture, and I did show that in my bath video. So this is the Pittville pump room in Cheltenham. Really beautiful building with strong, you know, Roman architecture. We are now in Cheltenham Hill, taking on a little bit different terrain, and come on, Gigi. We are looking for, we got a little bit of ways to go, I think 1.6 miles-ish, but it's 2.2, I think, round trip. We are looking for a limestone formation called Devil's Chimney. So I'm not going to take you on the whole hike, but I am going to say, if you come here, make sure you spend some time, because there's a lot of cool things to see. There's a quarry and a couple other things on this hike. We do not have time to do all that today, but we definitely want to check out the Devil's Chimney. So let's go ahead and head up there. See you in a second. Hopefully we'll have some even better views. When I tell you we just walked straight uphill, we just walked straight uphill. Whew. I'm so out of breath because this was the very, very steep climb. But it's beautiful up here. So this is the Devil's Chimney, and this is a man-made stone formation I think it was limestone. I'll have to double check. But anyway, the myth of this is that the devil would come up here on this hill and throw stones at the churchgoers down below. And so the people started throwing stones back till eventually he got trapped underground, and this formation was formed, and it represents the chimney of where the devil is trapped. And visitors will throw coins at the chimney in order to make sure that the devil stays trapped here forever. It has already survived an earthquake, though you can see it was cracked, and it has been restored and taken care of, but it is kind of like a local landmark. The views around it are just incredible and amazing. You zoom out a little bit. But yeah, that's the story of the Devil's Chimney. I would love to get a bit closer, but as you can see, I am scared to death to go any closer because there is a steep drop off there. And when I say steep, I mean like maybe you'd survive, but you'd break a whole lot. So I'm not going to do that. So I am safely stood here, and this is as close as I'm going to get. But it's a cool thing to see. It is quite a steep hike to get up here, though I do think there are some more moderate journeys than the one we took, because we took the most extreme, like straight uphill. But yeah, so now we got to get Byron and Gigi back downhill without anybody falling and breaking any legs. But that is the Devil's Chimney. I wish there was a bridge or something just to get to the top of it, because it would be amazing to go out there and take some footage of this, but not today. Anyway, on to the next thing. A little viewing platform so I could get on the other side, but I'll be honest with you, even getting down here was treacherous, so I don't really recommend that either. The problem is all these little stones are so slippery, and like the path down here was covered in them. So that's all I'm going to be exploring about this today. This place looks like a little miniature London. It is so cute. Honestly, what a really cute place. Definitely don't miss the cafes and the shopping here. There are lots of like secondhand designer shops. We've been in quite a few of them, and lots of like little cafes, but lots of good shopping and stuff, so make sure you don't miss that. What? So this is Standord Park, and it says this was opened by the Duke and Duchess of Beaufort, and this is just a really beautiful, nice little park. We're not going to have time to go through a full stroll today, but it's a don't miss. There are some beautiful shaded treed streets in there, and I'm sure it's a lovely park. I wish we had time to go today, but we're on timed parking. We have so many other sites to get to, but definitely don't miss Sanford Park if you come to Cheltenham. Hey guys, we are exhausted. We have walked so much today. We hiked, we did all the things, and we are so tired. So we're getting ready to go home and crash. The dogs are going to crash. We got a bit of a drive ahead of us, but we're ready to call it a night. But Cheltenham, we will be back. You were amazing. We loved you, and we will definitely be back for another round. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!